Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Golden Nuggets podcast, and we're still with Rafiya.
Yes. So, Rafiya, one of the things that I saw on your LinkedIn is you are also an NLP practitioner. First of all, can you share what is NLP, and also how does it actually, or how do people actually use it in business?
Okay, NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's more on, in a simple terms, you can say like, the language of your brain.
Okay.
Knowing the language of your brain, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Linguist is the language, right? So, and if you understand the linguistic of your brain, the language of your brain, you will develop the capacity to program or reprogram.
Okay.
For yourself and also others. It totally depends how it's a commitment, it's a practice. So like I have been practicing like over 10 years NLP. So I also got the opportunity to learn from the co-creator of the NLP, Dr. Richard Bandler from London, where I pursued my master practitioner of NLP. And it have been a game changer, I should say. Initially when I started my career as a coach. So when it comes to business, how you can do. So when I learned NLP, it was frankly I just wanted to help myself. As I shared my story a bit about that, I was doing everything that can help me to be better. So my effort to understand myself, I think that really laid a strong foundation, because when I joined, when I wanted to learn this, back in my head I had nothing. I need to implement my business. So my mind, I went there with open mind.
Right.
And there's more of an acceptance, less of a doubt whether it's going to help my business or not. There's nothing. I think that also sometimes, when we go with an open mind, we learn more.
Yes.
That's one of the things that naturally happened to me, because I had nothing much at that time. And eventually I realized, those patterns of neuro-linguistic programming, I started using in my trainings, in my coaching skills, and also sometimes there are days when we feel low and we start overthinking, which is our like superpower. These days, we love to we love to overthink. Like if someone said something, why they said this to me?
Yeah, true.
Maybe they have something.
Because something against me.
They have something against me. How can I take revenge? So I mean, I never thought that way about the revenge part. But I think, of course, pretty much I have done PhD in overthinking at some point of my time in my life. But that did not serve me clearly in multiple ways. And when I came to that realization that is not helping me, NLP patterns did help. There are many, even there is something called timeline therapy. And there is one E plus R equals O equation that I use a lot in my trainings. And also my coaching sessions. Usually in coaching sessions, it's a different approach. In coaching, it's more of a listening. In speaking, we speak. In speaking, we bring our whole personality and energy onto stage or on the in a training. But when you're coaching, when you're sitting and you are letting your coachee to bring up their personality, we are just creating a safe space for them.
Okay.
So listening skills mostly. That really helped me, certain things, and the communication part that in business, because if in business, being an entrepreneur, your communication is crucial. How you communicate, it's maybe for your sales, maybe for networking, maybe just to get along in business, we need communication. And also we need to ensure that our communication is not degrading a business, but it is, there is a way. You can tell one thing in two different ways. Either it can make your deal or break your deal. So it really, NLP specifically, the communication part, and being an entrepreneur, managing your emotions is much more important. There will be many rejections. There are many stories to share. I'll probably share later. So trained at much. I think back then it was not. Maybe there were not many. If I'm not wrong. When I started, there were not many, at least from someone who have done from Dr. Richard Bandler, who got the opportunity to go, and I was really fortunate.
One of the, I think, rather famous NLP practitioner is Tony Robbins, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he actually used it for perhaps you can call it mindset breakthrough. And we as entrepreneurs, we always have a lot of limiting beliefs on ourselves, perhaps even imposter syndrome at times. How does a NLP practitioner actually help the entrepreneurs in terms of that mindset breakthrough?
Okay. So it's a long journey, Amir. It's not like overnight. So that's why like probably I took coaching as part of my profession, right? So when you train and speak, of course you will create an impact. You can plant seeds. So it's all about mindset, right? The language about brain, it's all about mindset. And the topic as a speaker for me is a mindset. And how we can do breakthrough self-awareness. It starts with self-awareness. So if me as a coach or as an entrepreneur, if I want to help my clients, so it depends first of all what role you want to play.
Okay.
Can you give me some example? Like
some example. Okay, perhaps if let's say I'm a potential client, and then one of the let's use our podcast business as an example. One of the limiting belief that we have is our podcast is only meant for a specific niche. How first of all, we don't know whether this is a limiting belief that limits us to perhaps go for other types of clients. And secondly, like if it is a limiting belief, how do we actually get over it?
How do you think you can get over it? When would you know that this is your niche?
When would we know? Of course, self-discovery is one thing. Feedback from the market is another thing. That is.
How you get your feedback?
When we engage with perhaps our listeners, our past clients.
So just do it lah. This is your answer. Here you go. Right? So unless we don't know. So in my journey as well, I realized, like we sit and think and overthink, and even as an entrepreneur, when we give this power to overthink more overthinking more than taking action. So when we take action, your focus is completely on something more productive and positive. When we are sitting and thinking about questions, whether it will work for me, there is no action.
Less productive.
That's right. So it's more or less productive. So ask your question, like whatever you're doing, is it really helping you to move forward or making you feel stuck? And the moment you get those self-doubts, especially those self-doubts brings fear. Fear is a negative emotion. Fear is a negative emotion. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, which is very much a common part of we entrepreneurs, right? And we literally walk on eggshells sometimes. Is this good for me? Is this client good for me? Am I going on a right path? Like, am I wasting my time? How much more? How many more sacrifices? It's not an easy game. It's like obstacles will come on your way. Self-doubts will be there. We cannot like, we don't have like a mantra that, I will not. Everyone gets. That will be the initial thing. But what we are doing at that stage, when you get self-doubt, what we are doing with that emotion, that's NLP is also one of the way. And there are multiple tools actually, not only NLP, whatever works for you. I mean, like I was accidentally got into NLP. I'm not saying that this is the only way. No matter whatever tool that you learn, it's all about practice. Take action, face your fear, then only you will overcome it.
Right.
If you want to get through the problems, you need to go through the problems. There is no other way around. If it makes sense.
It does.
It does.
I have one question. I think it's NLP for sales. Or I don't know if it's NLP or dark psychology.
NLP is psychology,
So I do like tell the clients like, oh yeah, you're a smart person, you know how to do this. And so you know that. So I use that kind of lines to get the sale through. Do you have any other tips that's going to help me and the listeners, hopefully, with sales?
Every entrepreneur is a salesman, whether or not you're willing to. We are salespeople. Although like that's not my great strength personally. But as someone who coach entrepreneurs, being a coach for like very long time, startup entrepreneurs. And me being in my journey as an entrepreneur, what it is, first believing in your product is much more important before telling, before, selling to someone else.
Yes, I agree.
And that gives the confidence, having full faith and confidence about your the product or the service that you're offering. You yourself should strongly believe, because that brings the kind of a vibe when you speak. It kind of catches the right people at the right time. That kind of helps to, that's what I believe. Like, if I have self-doubts or questions about my own product, I don't think we can bring that confidence, and confidence sells.
Yes.
And C's, this is one of the confidence, I have a 3 C's model that I developed over years after working with hundreds of professionals and women leaders and entrepreneurs. I developed this 3 C's model, call it as clarity, confidence, and courage.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
If you have a product to sell, have a very much understanding about, do you really believe that this product can help your clients?
Okay.
Okay. And in terms of clarity, having a clear vision and mission. Second one is confidence. So confidence to me is not like only the appearance, how you look. Confidence comes from the knowledge.
Okay.
When you know your product, do a bit of a research. How it developed, what was the initial vision, learning. That to me is confidence. That comes from the awareness of what you're selling.
I see.
And that will capture the attention of your
Customer.
Yeah.
Another C.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Capture
Yeah.
customer.
Yeah. Okay. And the third C is
Courage.
Courage.
Yeah.
Can any guesses why we need courage?
To take action.
To take action?
Yeah.
To take action. Absolutely. Almost. Any more?
Yeah, he's already answered.
Yeah, just execution. Yeah.
Execution. Okay, that's true. So I think these 3 C's can define any entrepreneur journey. Like, first, having clarity. We all have vision and mission statements. Even the biggest brand, there's always a vision and mission. If not, we need to start from there. So there is a sequence of C. I just did not pick just because I like those words. It's pretty much a story of my lifestyle. My life journey of self-discovery. Because initially I had no direction.
Yeah.
Then I found the mission and purpose of my life. I lost the purpose of I lost my dream of becoming an astronaut. But I found my purpose. I got the clarity in the beginning. That's where it started. Pretty much I shared my background now. So then I had no skills, no confidence. Why people will even listen to me? Who am I? What is special about me?
Yeah.
There's nothing. Nobody knows me. These are the self-doubts. So overcoming those self-doubts and building the confidence to take action is confidence. So without clarity, if we take action, we fail. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you can work hard. It's like treadmill. You're running on treadmill for hours.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, I'm working really hard, but I'm not getting
For
result.
what?
But
No clarity.
so it should start. It's my framework that pretty much works with most of. There's so much of things attached to this. So there are subgroups, and that once you develop the confidence, imagine you took action.
Yeah.
You launched your products, you launched your business, you launched your dream product, or I don't know, the partners you got, all your investors, angel investors, everything is in place. And you are almost a year and 2 into your business, and you realize that everything fails.
Okay.
It's very much a part of a journey of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Do we agree?
Yes.
Nothing just lands as we plan.
Yeah.
I think I failed many more times than what I achieved. I think what I achieved is little, maybe 10%. I failed 90% of times. I still do fail. Wow. But that helped me to learn. If I'm sitting and talking and I'm sharing my experience because I failed, not because I'm
yes,
not I achieved. So the second C and the third C. Let's break the third C is courage.
Yeah.
When you fall and when you fail, how to bring yourself back and maintain that courage to move forward. Build that resilience to move forward. That is C of my model. Clarity, have a clarity, take a direction. Maybe that's not a right direction, but at least we are going to some direction. When you fail, at least you know this is not for you, but you are definitely not where you started.
Yeah.
You are few steps ahead than the people who did not take any action. Right? And then you failed. It's okay. It is not for you. But having said that, it is not easy. So does it make sense? So
Yes.
we all do need resilience, perseverance as entrepreneurs, because nothing is given to you on plate.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
really need to work hard. There are days when, it's not like a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
There are days you really, really want to be with family. There are days you really, really want to rest. There are days you really, really want to go and have that meal. But probably you might be thinking, if I save money for this meal, probably I can invest in business. I had those days. I don't know about you.
I do.
Yeah.
Some days I do feel like working.
Yeah, I feel like working, right? And each and every penny we feel like, probably we can invest.
Yes.
You are investing your time, your energy, your passion, everything into that.
Yes.
So to have that courage, we really need to believe in what we are doing. If we don't have a passion, I don't think we can. Like if I don't have a passion, because I had zero background of, I don't have any from my family from business, who can guide me. I had no godfather. Of course, thankfully, eventually in my journey, I got mentors in Singapore. They are amazing people, seniors who are in this field. So I got some guidance. But at the end of the day, you need to take your own step, right? And nobody's going to come and take your hand. And there are days you will be totally left alone. There are days people will not believe in you. There are people can ridicule for whatever. We need to make fool of. I have gone through all these things.
Okay.
So courage is building resilience despite. So this is the 3 C's model I follow in my coaching journey. So entrepreneurs, when they come, like no clarity, I don't know. Sometimes they're like highly passionate, but they don't know which direction.
Okay.
So we kind of streamline their thought process, their mindset.
I see. Okay.
NLP is something that helps. Yeah.
Mindset masterclass. See?
Yeah.
Free guys.
Next series. Yeah.
Yeah. So about your your story about how you actually perhaps your rock bottom story and how you overcame it.
In a business?
Yes.
Okay, so in the beginning, as I said, I was totally clueless what I'm doing. I was spreading too thin. I was doing too much of networking. I was meeting too many people for no reason. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Yourself.
Yes, I mean, now I'm talking because I failed. Now now I realize that this is wrong because I did it. Everything that I'm sharing, it's not only bookish. Of course, I'm grateful that I've got my credibilities and everything, recognitions in place to demonstrate my professional skills. But I think the personal experiences of failure really teach me much more than what a piece of certificate, help me to understand what business is.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I fail many times. So the most initial, I think there are 2 phases. My rock bottom, I can say, like, because when I had totally no experience and all, but at that time I had no expectations from myself because I was in the beginning. I think there is actually a beauty of being a beginner.
Yeah.
You know what? There is less to lose.
Less to lose.
Nothing much to lose.
And you are much more bold.
Bolder, of course, because you have a lot of passion. Sometimes less maturity for people like me. More passion and less maturity. We need to have balance.
Yes,
right? So I had so much of passion when I was picking up the business. Although I was doing multiple mistakes, the stress level was less because I did not build anything in the beginning yet. So there is not much to lose, if it makes sense, right? But when you already build something, and when you are at the peak, when you fall, the pain is more, right? It hurts.
Yeah.
It really hurts because you put your blood and sweat and energy, time, all the sacrifices, all those nights. So that's what I think. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a beginner, I think we should feel more grateful that we have because sometimes we see the most senior and we're like, wow, see, look at them. We never know how they reach there.
Yeah.
We never know their real struggles.
Yes, true.
Because it's very easy to share about a rosy picture, the rosy picture. There is so much more we all go through as entrepreneurs. So it was very difficult to go on without paying. You are an employer without. So when you are an entrepreneur, you need to work without any salary.
Yeah. Understand.
Yeah.
Right? You know how hard it is. So no matter how bad your work circumstances, how difficult your boss might be, you know, how difficult your circumstances of office might be, by the end of the month, when you get that bucks, you know, you had that money coming in, somehow like, okay, it's okay, you know. Let me have, I can manage probably.
Yeah.
But can you imagine how difficult it is to continue your passion without being paid?
True.
So I think that was very difficult for me. There's no funds coming in. I need to invest because I'm a beginner. I need to learn skills. I need to demonstrate skills. I need to prove myself. So most of the time I was doing free.
Wow. How do you sustain?
That's why
Allah.
she hit the rock bottom.
Yeah, that's why she hit rock bottom, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she won't have this rock bottom story for us.
No, you can have chicken rice instead of, you know, lamb shank biryani.
Yeah, true.
You know, lamb shank biryani is not needed in a chicken rice. Right? Yeah. So in initial days, you know, because of course I had no office, I cannot afford to have an office, but I really want to feel the inspiration because I was feeling like to give up. I had only like couple of one blazer and, you know, one pant shirt, you know, and I like to dress up, you know, in a nice way. You know, I feel like that was also matters, although it doesn't matter completely, but of course it matters to be presentable.
Yeah.
I'll go and sit in the busy crowded, you know, the raffles where all these companies buildings are. I'll sit there with my professional dress, my laptop, and I'll just watch
Okay.
Sit there and watch.
People watch.
for inspiration.
Okay.
I don't know, it's crazy or not I was doing. Because I had no office. I was sitting at home. I was feeling sometimes very difficult, you know, like calling people, emails, rejections, and nobody believes you. So I really wanted some more inspiration. Started people recognizing, and that what really helped me probably the authenticity part. People, if you really want to trust, I think if you really want to grow in career, especially from zero to something, if we learn this art of building trust, not with some tactics, but just being authentic. We do build trust every other day. Maybe people recognize me after a couple of years, but these 2 years also have been working, right?
True.
Yep.
Nobody saw me. Nobody appreciated me. I did not get any deals or gigs and all. But that means I have been building this 2 years. So people, when they hire me today, they will see like, okay, I have done some work, maybe for free or whatever.
Okay.
So please keep continuing your passion. Whatever opportunity given to you, presented to you, give your best, give your 100%. Don't think that it's just because it's a free one. That's where the gold is. Even you have least expectations in terms of monetary gain, but when you over deliver, I think that's a great thing to come up, even for the free gigs. So that is, initially it was very difficult for me financially also, like I had many issues because I needed to manage my family. And my daughter was younger, you know. Being a woman, I had that.
Yes.
Many, that also I cannot compromise, you know.
Family,
family. And I don't want to, because family is very much part of the way I grew up, the kind of family values I grew up, inherited. And I'm glad that I have that. I mean, it's very easy to, you know, cut your ties and grow in your career. I think it is. If I want to, probably I could have done, but that is not.
Yeah.
Then also, I think we cannot be happy. The whole support system.
Yeah.
Then we need to bring the balance. That was initial stage. And then when everything I built up, 2020, I was traveling. I was having my speaking tour, speaking and on global stages in Dubai, University of Wollongong, Canadian University, and the conferences, and I got awards. At that time, and I was about to publish my, I was doing well. I was like, I feel that, you know, I was not resting. The first initial 5 years, probably I did not take any break or rest.
Wow.
So I was like working, and it's not easy to prove yourself in a country which is not your home country, and, you know, build your community, build the trust. Besides, you don't know any other tactics but being yourself. You know, being authentic is a tough job. Tough job, but good thing is, like, eventually once people realize, they will really respect you for who you are. Maybe initially it's a tough journey. That's a journey of authenticity. So at that peak, I was feeling like most of the time feeling tired, and I have like it came to the level restless nights.
Okay.
I could not be able to switch off my mind. When you're highly
Okay.
passionate, I think we really need to draw the line and boundary way to stop and switch off my mind. That's the lesson that I learned. And I was forced to leave work for almost a year.
Okay.
At the peak of my career, I was traveling, invited to the conferences, given my flight tickets, accommodation, give a speech for around, like sometimes like there are thousands of people in a. So it have been I was real by that time. I was really grateful because from the place where I started, I reached to some place,
Yes.
and I was very happy. But I neglected my body,
Okay.
my self care. That's another discovery. Right? So when you don't know what to do the thing, sometimes your body speaks a lot.
Yeah.
There is a
True.
way, the language that your body speaks, and we need to listen to those whispers. And if you're not listening to it, then your body will give you back in a very
That's
bad
true,
way.
Migraines,
that punch,
all this.
I had a very severe migraines to the extent, I mean, it was started normally actually, but then it got to the stage that I was like, my face was swollen most of the time, and I could not be able to see even my
What
phone.
was it? Stroke?
Sorry?
Was it stroke?
No, it's not stroke. It's migraines. So migraines were so, it can go to that. And if it is added on with the stress,
Okay.
it just increases. And technically, as much as I know, there is no cure specifically or a medicine specifically for migraine. There could be a painkiller, just to finish the root cause.
Yes.
And then I realized that the root cause was stress and no rest.
Yes.
And I was not managing my my schedule.
Yeah.
I was working or family or taking like there was nothing in between. And one more thing about coming from India, I have a knowledge of yoga. Practicing yoga have been a very much part of my life from my childhood. In my school and colleges, I had the opportunities, and holidays, as I said, like I did not have much of a social thing.
Yes.
So there was free yoga classes.
Okay.
And then even in school and college also we had the opportunity to pursue, and so it was very much a part of. So even though I know that I could not be able to, I knew many things by that time, but when you started your business, it's like your baby, right? You take care of it.
Yeah.
Yes, 24/7.
So that's another lesson. And I was forced. You can imagine you are at the peak of your career. You're getting your dream opportunities and your body is not supporting. So I had a severe sinus
Okay.
and migraine. So you can imagine if any one of you experience, if you are attacked by sinus and migraine at the peak.
Oh, that's bad.
So I was at that time.
I see.
And I could not even see my phone in my hand.
Wow.
I was thinking it's okay, I'll be fine. And I was postponing. I was like, fine. And then COVID, we transitioned from live to
Digital.
online and platforms, and people started getting comfortable. I was doing online as well. Like I was delivering my speeches online, and but still back in my head there was, and it was that bad to the effect that it affected my memory and eyesight.
Wow. Eyesight.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
Is it like a vertigo kind of like?
It's I wouldn't say that, but yeah, it'll start with blood, but it's all extreme. So what I'm saying is, in the beginning itself, we need to address these things. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, and if you are like solopreneur, or most of us, in the beginning we are solopreneurs, and then eventually build a time. If you want to be a long player in your business, please take care of your health.
Priorities.
Yes, I need to prioritize. You can imagine, like I reached so much of hard work.
Yeah.
And like boom. So that hurt me much more. That hurt me much more because, back in my head, I built, you can see your castle just falling in front of you, bit by bit.
Yeah.
And as it falls, it hurts.
Yeah.
So mentally, it was difficult to take for me. And physically, my body is not supporting to do anything. I was just, at that time, I started walks. That's
Okay.
where I introduced, not introduced, later it became a thing in my work. Sunrise walks, early morning.
Okay.
I don't know how to do, what to do, where to share. I'll just go and share with the sun.
Okay.
These are the crazy things I have done. I don't tell to anyone.
But it's a good kind of like practice.
Yeah.
You just share with nature.
Yeah.
Just go out there.
I was going for early mornings. That's where sunrise walks, early morning walks. I'll go and watch the sunrise. And at that time, I'll start meditation.
Okay.
Wow,
And-
yoga stuff.
Huh?
Do yoga as well.
Yeah, I do yoga slowly. I started, and then as I said, my interest got more and more into this holistic approach
Yeah.
of growth.
Uh-huh.
Growth is holistic. We as humans, if we think that only my professional identity is my complete identity, it's not
Yeah.
true. There is a personal life, there is a professional life, there is a spiritual growth, there is a mental, emotional, and we need to bring all these elements together if we really want to succeed in life, both in professional and personal lives. I mean, if I'm great entrepreneur and if I don't have the ability to manage the relationships which really matters to me, maybe in
Yes.
personal life,
Yeah.
your loved ones, your business relationships,
Yeah.
you cannot enjoy your life and success. We need to grow in balance.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a lesson that I learned. When I fell from the peak. So now this is very much part of my work. Wellness is also part of my work.
Yeah.
I also do workshops, wellness workshops.
So
for
it's all
organizations.
integrated together.
Integrated. It's like holistic growth for leaders.
Okay.
So there's a both professional and personal growth, and under time management and lifestyle management.
Okay.
Wow, that's quite a
And
quite a
this is
bit to
first time I'm
digest.
sharing because after that phase I haven't shared much. But thanks to Amar, when he invited, he told me that it's not like interview, Rafiya.
Yeah.
You just can share.
Yeah.
So I should
Casual.
thank all of you guys. That giving me this opportunity and platform. To be myself. I'm not obliged to follow the rules here. So thank you so much. I feel good. First time I'm sharing here. So it have been my journey. Even when I have time, I teach yoga as well. I got certified and everything, all this.
And yeah, we also would like to thank you for sharing your journey and how you overcame, and also certain tips that we need to have to be better leaders as a whole.
Yeah.
Definitely, inshallah, maybe in the future we can invite you again to share more. Because right now we are a bit out of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the right time because my eye is twitching. It's time for rest. But that said, where can our listeners find you?
Find you. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Okay.
You can find me Rafiya
Okay.
Sultana. There is only one Rafiya Sultana who is a speaker in Singapore. Thanks to my parents, they chose my name.
Okay.
And of course, there is a website and my company NeuroExcel Private Limited.
NeuroExcel, okay.
www.neuroexcel.org. I'm quite active in LinkedIn. Or what else? Yeah, you can connect with me. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I promise you guys an eye-opener part 2, and I think Rafiya really delivered.
Yeah.
A lot of golden nuggets. I have here in my notes.
Oh, you have notes.
I have notes. Look at this.
Amazing.
Every single time we're talking, it's like just updating all the transcription.
You're a Sthita Pragna. You know what is Sthita Pragna?
No.
Obedient student. It's a Sanskrit word.
Oh, okay. So now, even while we are talking here, just before we end, I'm just going to show you that I have a summary outline of what we talked about. We have all the NLPs right here.
So cool.
So I think, with that being said, we'd like to thank you for being here
Thank
and
you,
Welcome.
sharing tons of golden nuggets with us.
You're most
And to the
welcome.
listeners for tuning in all the way until the end. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much to everyone.
Welcome.
SellingDistrict 65 is here to guide. Find your dream home with them by your side. For the best deals, you'll be in heaven. Call 876168867.
Hey everyone, this episode is brought to you by SellingDistrict 65. And if you have any property related matters, you can contact them at 87616867. Amen.
All right. So just now we were talking about Wanti's experience
Yeah.
about
That's right.
a haunted house, her own house.
Yeah, my own house. My mom's house, sorry. Not
Okay. And what about Gaby? Like living in the same house, do you encounter such things?
Yes. Horrible. Not outside the window, inside the room with me.
Inside?
With you?
Inside,
With you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I wasn't intoxicated. It wasn't so late. I was
Disclaimer,
disclaimer, everyone. Okay, and I am not sensitive to these things.
Okay.
So I will never ever,
Respond to.
even if I feel like, I feel a bit funny, I'll always just brush it off. Okay? Of course, if it appears in front of me, I will probably shit in my pants.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, at this point, I was taking a nap. I was sleeping. I was going to sleep. So I was going to sleep and all that, and I wasn't in between sleep, no.
Okay.
I was still awake. But I felt really funny. Okay, I felt really funny. I felt like my hair all standing.
Okay.
Okay. So I was underneath my blanket, and then after I decided, why I feel like so funny? Why is it suddenly so cold and all that? Why do I feel creeped out? I bring down my blanket and then I turn. It was standing at my door.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
Like what do you see exactly?
The auntie is standing at my door lah. The sister. Long hair sister.
White colour?
Standing at my white colour, long hair. Same like my hair length. Similar to my hair length.
Oh, same,
Longer a
same.
bit.
Wow. The face got shining, you know, like.
No, okay, I cannot see the face. I cannot see the
Okay,
face.
okay, okay.
I saw the entire figure. It was white with long hair. It was glowing as well.
And no face lah.
Okay, at that point I'm so scared. I didn't go and see the style of it. Yeah, I didn't see. She
Like Susanna, you mean,
she
you didn't know lah,
highlighted her hair. What I didn't see. She was wearing a mini dress. All I didn't see. I was spooked out already by then. Super spooked out. So I brought up the blanket. I decided to take my phone. And you know what is the horrible part?
What?
There's no network. And you know, in my heart, what I said, bloody hell. Right now, you want to put me in a horror movie. I am so scared. I want to call my sister. She's in the other room. I said, oh my God, why no network? So I have to restart my phone, guys. Oh my God. Then every second felt like hours. Restart my phone. I managed to I texted you. Yeah, because I don't think I can talk. So if I call her, so I texted. I said, Kakak, there is something inside this room. She came in. She kicked the door open.
And then the kakak was there.
Dirty fly.
Yeah. Now that we are talking about it, there's some smell, but it's not. It's not from ghosts. It's from them passing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But
And
yeah.
my listeners can't smell.
The cat pooping.
Yeah. So afterwards. Yeah. And then afterwards she went in, she kicked the door and then she said in Malay, "Mana dia? Mana dia?"
Wow.
Yeah. "Mana dia?" Then I'm like, okay, obviously at the rate that you kicked the door, you would have been smashed also. So after that we called one of my friend. Okay, I'm not.
No, that one is second time lah.
Yeah.
The first one I kicked, then you went to sleep.
Yeah.
The second time it happened, it was you and Dian in the room.
Yeah.
Another friend of ours. So her master bedroom got like 6 panel windows.
I used to
Five.
sleep with the windows open.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this time round, the windows were not open, it was closed. But all open
Yeah.
at the same time. 90 degrees. It was casement window.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't close my curtains.
Yeah.
I mean.
And it just open at the same time. All of
Yeah.
it at the same time.
Cannot be six
serious
people open at 6 people stand at my ground floor house and open at the same time unless they want to play tricks lah.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
got
1, 2, 3, open.
Yeah. I got so pissed, so I was spouting vulgarities in Malay, no, like Minarip, no. So I was, then I got so pissed because I already kena the first time round,
Yeah,
that thing
yeah.
standing, and then after that my sister had an encounter, my brother. Then I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I went out, but there's nobody.
Okay.
It was like 3 plus 4 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I called one of my friend.
Who happened to be around the area,
Yeah,
and he's quite.
unfortunately, sad to say, I am not one that knows how to read ayatul kursi, prayers and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
at that point of time. So I called one of my friend, my guy friend. So he came to help to baca. My cat climbed all the way on top of the curtain rod
Yeah.
and hissed. Yeah, at a random area inside the room. So and then one of
Like
my
your cat was facing inside the room or outside the
in
window?
the room.
Okay.
So my cat freaked out, and then my other cat came at the door and started hissing at a particular area
The
near
cat's
the
still
window.
alive, by the way.
Yeah, the cat's still alive. Hiss and hiss and hiss. So after that, my friend looked at me. Okay, there's definitely something here because he also was spooked out. He thought he just go there baca-bacakan and then he's just gonna leave. But when he saw the cats reacting that way and it was only him there and me standing outside of the room, he's like, okay, why are your cats doing that? Then I'm like, okay, shit, they probably saw something lah. I mean, if not, why would they react that way? Right? It's
Yeah.
not like he was hitting them. He was just reciting some prayers.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So the windows opening and the curtains opening at the same time was the one that is really spooky lah. Yeah.
Like how?
I want to know. Have smell lah. Like lavender
Oh
smell.
yeah. Usually they say there will be some.
Oh, right now the current smell in this room.
That one
No
different.
No smell.
I do remember smelling, what do you call that? Jasmine
I
or
don't
whatever.
know the
Kemanyan.
Kemenyan ke, jasmine ke, bunga apalah, tak tahu apa bunga. No.
No smell.
You did that too scared
Different
for
race lah.
senses.
Yeah, probably you did that. You just don't remember.
But different race also lah.
You usually
Yeah,
kakak Malay, right?
Yeah.
And then there's another time that you encountered the headless one.
Headless.
Oh my god.
So got shiny
Headless.
face and now headless also.
Yeah, that one is at Nenek house.
Nenek house is that one another story. That one another horror story.
Okay, wait. I just want to confirm your house. Is it like corner unit or?
We are so-called corner unit, yes, but we are the only ground floor that, like basically the whole void deck is ours lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the only ground floor.
There's another one. Every block got 2 ground floor unit, but the other one is far away.
So that means your window is like kind of like.
We are surrounded by windows. 360. It's all windows.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You were saying your window is not so scary.
Not
side.
scary. Hers is the more scary because hers is facing the back side of the house. So that one really nobody walk past. That one is really like your backyard where you plant your pots and do your laundry. Yeah. Now it's a
Only the
different
brave
thing lah.
can sleep in that room.
Yeah, because it's really dark and then mum like to plant the pokok pisang lah and all that outside.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's,
Pokok pisang.
Oh, those kind that
Yeah,
you can
that's
actually plant your own farm.
yeah, but
But I cannot, right?
But I cannot. Eventually, they told us, town council told us to remove it. Oh. And then she was mentioning my grandma house. Wow, that one another creepy. That one really, really until today still creepy.
Okay.
Because same block, she never moves for.
Very famous.
Very famous circuit road.
See,
Oh, Circuit
Gaby so
Road.
scared already. She's like so close to.
Yeah, because
Very
Circuit Road nearby
famous
here.
Circuit
So.
Road.
Yeah, circuit road is nearby here. And my grandma's still staying there.
Hey, but that place really is. I heard so many stories from.
That is the most notorious block, like I tell you.
You want ghosts?
Suicide, I witnessed suicide right in front of my eyes.
Ah,
That
So
block.
at Circuit Road.
Circuit road.
Okay. Before we talk about that, just now I wanted to ask you, like because just now you say you need to protect the interest of the seller. Right?
That's right.
But what if you are representing the buyer and then the buyer will be telling you like, hey, this house, do you think got ghosts or not? Will you ask the agent?
I will ask, but I will say that just out of curiosity. Tell me lah. I mean, I won't tell my buyer because I also want to close. I have to act like as if I'm on their side. You see, got anything or not? Got anything funny or what? Nah, if have, tell me lah. Again, if my buyers are nicer ones, especially got small kids and all that, I try to don't buy this house lah. Not nice lah. Don't feel good.
So your client not nice, you give them
I see, give me money, buy this house. How goes on you? I'm kidding. Yeah.
Okay. So,
But I think depends on the situation on
Depends
the
on
buyer,
the situation of the buyers as well. Some of them really don't believe in such things. Then it's okay, really up to you, your own beliefs. But especially in our community, we kind of believe in this kind of things, right?
Yeah.
Don't want to believe also, it does exist.
yeah.
Right? So I tend to, especially if you got small children, then I say, got stories lah from that I heard of this unit, so I think better not. Let's move on to the next one.
But most of our buyers are, when the price like pretty low, the first question they ask,
Got
the
ghosts.
house haunted, is it? That's why very low, they want to sell fast. That is the first common question we receive.
Or loan shark.
Yeah. So we try to.
How low can it be in terms of this kind of cases?
Sometimes lower than the X value.
Oh.
Lower than what?
X value, SRS value?
Oh.
Yeah, X value, right?
So
The
for
estimated
example,
value.
Value 400k, then they sell like 320.
Oh, got such thing.
350k.
Let me know.
See?
Can, as long after that you buy the house, you sema, you sertu, you pagar.
No lah,
okay,
I rent it out. What?
You rent it out, I don't care. Let your tenants experience.
If my tenant not happy, then I just forfeit the deposit lah.
Oh, you're one of those landlords.
Don't like that lah.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, we move to the next episode where we can share more about their grandmother's house.
Oh, next one. Okay,
that one
guys.
is another story.
See you on the next one. Bye bye.